What's up everyone, John from ARTV. It's time for a review of the third studio album by experimental rock band Battles. It's called La-Di-Da-Di, and it's the follow-up to 2011's odd album. Not to say that this band isn't odd in general, but just kind of an out there release, Gloss Drop. Wasn't as big on this one as I was their debut that came out in 2007 called Mirrored, but we'll get more into that in just a minute. Now, if you're not already following me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff, you can find me at the links in the description down below. And of course, if you would like to be notified every time I upload a video, because we all know how unreliable the YouTube subscription box is, you can go, if you're on your phone, tap the little ARTV reviews icon down there, and then once you're on my page, tap the little bell. You'll get a notification every single time I upload a video. Make sure you never miss out on any content. Battles are an experimental rock band that play around with so many different styles and genres and work that into their music, you're just not even gonna know what exactly you're hearing half the time, but you're probably gonna love it. They dropped their acclaimed debut album, Mirrored, in 2007, a record that I discovered a couple of years later after playing the video game Little Big Planet, which featured their mind-blowingly good single, Atlas. It's probably my favorite experimental album of all time, and definitely one of the best albums that I've ever heard. It's absolute fucking chaos, and it just blows me away, all of the ideas that these guys had and they put together and actually put it in a recording. It features them playing out of regular time signatures, all of this chaotic and sporadic drumming that just pops up all over the place, bass grooves. It's just songs that you fall into and listen to as an album, not just normally a track here, a track there. It's something that you want to listen to from start to finish, and I'm happy to say that they've created that once again with La-Di-Da-Di. Now, Gloss Drop, their 2011 record, I wasn't huge on it. It was still a strong entry into their catalog, but they just lost their vocalist whenever that came out. I think they had to re-record some of the tracks, or else it was rumored that they had to. They brought on some vocal guest, and it just felt a little bit choppy here and there. I wasn't a fan of some of the more glitchy and bright moments that popped up on that record. It just didn't feel natural for them, but it feels like they're back on course with La-Di-Da-Di. We get 50 minutes of sporadic drumming, weird but lovable keyboards, and out-of-time signature guitar patterns that might not sound great on paper, but trust me, listen to the album and you'll be a believer too. The opening track, the Yabba, was released as the lead single from their third LP, and I find this to be quite worthy of kicking off the album, really just giving it that spark that it needs. More than just a spark, really, because I can't say enough positive things about this track. This truly talented band digs into a fervent splendor with this one, delivering some of the best moments on the album right off the bat with this track. The changes in pace, the light bouts of percussion, the out-of-this-world synth tones, there's just so many things for me to say yes to. Forgive me if I have a bit of a hard time putting into words exactly what I think about this record, because it's really difficult to sum up an album like this. I mean, how do you describe some of the things that they're putting into your eardrums? When you've got everything from these zany and panic-ridden synth crescendos to the seemingly sporadic guitars that have these amazing chord progressions on nearly every single track, how much else can I really say? Instead of attempting to break this record down piece by piece, I just want to briefly talk about a few of the tracks that caught my attention, whether it be for the good or for the not bad, but I guess the less than impeccable. Bada starts off this trend of choppy guitars that are groomed perfectly over these hammering drum rhythms, and I think that's a trend that I am perfectly on board with. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret with Battles. You like to play those albums from start to finish. You don't just want to cherry pick off songs here and there or just listen to parts of the record. They create things, and I respect them for creating things that flow into each other, and La-Di-Da-Di might be the best example of this yet. If you can, at the very least, respect the true musicianship and talent that went into tracks like Summer Simmer, which is one of my favorite tunes on this LP, I'm not sure if we can be friends anymore. The warped electronics open up this portal for the guitars to slide their way in through, cutting like a knife through butter on this track as this song just displays its true colors as it progresses. I can't even do it justice describing the transformation that this song takes on in its final state. I mean, my only complaint here is the fact that it's only 6 minutes long. I mean, couldn't it have been like 12 or something? I mean, I got a little too attached too quickly, and not only this track, I think the track Megatouch did that to me as well. It's just so odd but wonderful. It feels like a body of work constructed for a sci-fi film in the 1950s, albeit with a bit more modern production, but it's still got a great twist. Then you've got Lulay, which was led in by a short tune, Flora Greater Than Fauna, serving as a prime example of this album's cohesion. I mean, you've gotta love it when you have to double check yourself, just to know, like, did this song end, or is a new one starting? Just because the transition was so suave. Flora builds and builds, adding on extra layers of instrumentation as it goes along before finally giving way to Lulay. The closing track almost sounds a little bit foreign, like it's got this very majestic feel to it and has them feeling a little bit more elegant than I think I've seen battles sound in quite some time. I'm not exactly sure how much I like this one though. It's one of those tracks that, yeah, it gets the job done, but it's like they stopped hitting the nail before they drove it all the way in. The idea was there, but it didn't get completed, and so I feel like this track kind of is a weak closer. I don't think that it sends the album out on a stale note, but it just didn't quite have the progression on there that I really wanted it to, and whenever I look at closers like the awesome Race Out from Mirrored, then I have to say it pales in comparison to what I know this band can do. Nonviolence has a thunderous and driven guitar that really just sets into motion this track's incredible amount of momentum. Seriously, there is a ton of drive behind this track. It features these fan-fucking-tastic spurts of drumming, really just sounding like perfection up against the progressing keyboards. Final tune that I'm mentioning before this turns into a track-by-track attack of this record, but what a song we have in .com. .net may have laid the groundwork earlier in the record, but .com nails it. Those synthesizer flourishes up against a lamented guitar fuzz and a wall of percussion really just send this song over the moon, especially in its more spirited moments. Never underestimate the power that battles have for creating wonderful and truly unique music. They delivered once again on Lottie Dottie, and even though I wouldn't call every single song riveting or totally out of this world, I do appreciate the fact that they clearly went into this wanting to make a cohesive album, a killer album at that. Homework assignment for you tonight. Read up on this band's history, look into what makes battles unique and what makes them them, all the instruments that they experiment with and how they adjust them and how they do their live recordings and that sort of thing. I will link to one of their live performances down below. You guys can check out the album Mirrored for yourself, and then check out Lottie Dottie whenever it drops on the 18th. For me, I'm feeling a strong 4 for Lottie Dottie by Battles. Leave your thoughts on the new Battles album in the comments section down below. While you're down there, maybe smash the like button to let me know that you enjoyed this review, and of course, if there are other albums you'd like to see me tackle, let me know with a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel while you're at it, because friends don't let friends go unsubscribed. And you can find me on my second channel by clicking right here. Go to the last review that I did right here. Other than that, I'll see you very soon right here on ARTV.